And we're recording and you're good. Also, hold on. I'm going to mute participants too so that we don't have any interruptions, but that probably means you're going to have to unmute yourself, Jeff.
Sorry, I've got like 40 windows on my computer open. I usually have 3 screens at work, but obviously I'm at home and I have this inspiring light behind me. So I'm like closing 40 windows right now. So sorry about that. So you're good, Joan. Whenever you're ready, I will be live.
Go for it.
Well, that was quick.
Well, people know who you are. I mean, if they don't, it's, this is Jeff. Hello, Jeff, everybody. Jeff is our corporate representative, and he's going to really just give you guys a good little training here on how to become elite. I know a lot of people on the team that have filled out the survey that I sent around about like what their goals are for this year and what they want to be doing have said that elite is on their goal board. And so this is going to tell you exactly what that means, how to figure out how to kind of track it and get there throughout the year, and what the steps are to take to get there. So he's going to break that all down for you and make it clear, right?
Clear as mud.
Awesome. Well, I hope it's not clear as mud, but yeah. All right, go for it.
Sweet. I'm excited to be on this team call. And I know not everybody is from Maine the way life should be, right? Is what the sign always says. My fellow Mainers, insane in the Maine brainers. You see what I did there? I practice that all morning, Kat. So thank you for the courtesy laugh. Which is really fun. If you look at Kat's window over there, when she laughs, it's like this bellowing laugh, but you can't hear. She's like, ah. So it was really good. I should screenshot that.
Wait, I love also, Jeff, that today you messaged me and said Joni Baloney, and you thought that you made that up, but that's been my nickname for like a really long time.
I knew I got from somewhere. So, well, listen, guys, I'm excited to be on the call. I know it's late. Some of you with kiddos might be getting ready to put them to bed. It's dinner time. Or maybe you guys already ate. Well, it's like 8 o'clock. You guys are way good. It's dinner time out here, and I'm sacrificing for you guys. And I hope you can hear me okay. I'm using these little headphones because I have 2 little hellions running around right now. So if you hear some screams, it's not a murder scene. It's my 2.5-year-old screaming. So we're going to try to keep it toned down and hopefully get a good message across. Joan just wanted me to come on and talk a little bit about Elite and Premier and those programs, why we have them, how we get there, and why it's important to you as a business owner and as a leader. So I'm going to do my best to do that. I'm going to warn you, we're going to jump into some numbers stuff. Sorry, if you don't like numbers, too bad. It's good to get comfortable with them so you know exactly where you're going. If you love numbers, then great. This is the training for you. So I forgot my bag. I forgot part of the training in my bag. It's all right. We're going to freestyle this thing. So before I do that, why do we have Elite? Now, I'm sure we could have Joan just explain, this is why I go for Elite. This is why our team pushes for it. But you guys know that. You hear from her all the time. Here's a couple of reasons, my opinions. I've worked with leaders for about 2.5 years now at Beachbody, why I think it's important to go for Elite and why it's not just a recognition or incentive program. Now, don't get me wrong. The recognition and the incentives and the prizes and the perks are really cool and everything. Not going to lie. You see all the posts about the Elite flowers and the jackets and the early registration and all the room drops at these events and on-stage recognition, opportunities to speak, a national wake-up call, a Super Saturday video. Joan, her story's great. Had we not known about it, Elite has fortunately put her on a pedestal where we know everything about Joan. Everything. No, but there's a lot of cool stuff that comes as being an elite coach. But more so, when I say elite coach, guys, it's all about being an elite team. And yeah, there's recognition, but the biggest part, in my opinion, because I know you're business owners, so I'm going to try to wear the business CEO hat a little bit and the coach motivating others hat tonight. But as a CEO, as an entrepreneur, the elite program or the premier program, whatever you're aiming for this year, is a proven business driver. What I mean by that is that it stimulates growth and it stimulates the activity that you need to build a long-term sustainable business. The last thing that I want, and it might be a little selfish, but that's what I get to do as the corporate dude, is the last thing I want for you is for you to build this business and then fizzle out a few months into it or even a couple years into it, right? I don't want anyone to build this thing in the form of a house of cards. I want it to be sustainable, durable, scalable for the long term. And my opinion, and I know I've talked to some of you about this, Katie, it's good to see you again. We've talked about elite. We've talked about premier before. And it can help you do that. It can help you build a long-term sustainable business because of the activities that are incentivized and pushed within that program. Okay. So that's number one, in my opinion. It will drive business growth, business sustainability. Second one, and I'm not going to put the little income disclaimer, but if anyone from the FTC snuck on this call, Beachbody does not guarantee any sort of income, blah, 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 blah. You get the deal. It will help your income and your bottom line grow, frankly, because the activities that are earning elite points or that are helping you help leaders get to different ranks or achievements, they are all designed to help stimulate volume growth, to stimulate retail sales and commissions and all that good stuff that helps the paycheck go up. And who doesn't like more money? Yes, corporate just said that on a call. I do. I mean, I love you guys. I've met a bunch of you in Maine, but if I didn't have to do calls and I could just hang out with my little hellions, I would do that. But we all need to earn some money. We got to bring home the bread, right? And the elite program can help stimulate that, and for the long term, okay, not just a short-term gain. And that's why I like being a part of Beachbody, guys. If you're wanting a short, quick win, go somewhere else. Now, it's not to say you can't be successful in the short term here. It's very doable. The Beachbody system and structure and elite program and payout and all that is designed to work for the long term and to sustain changes in the market, changes in the economy. Economy, that's not even a word. Economy, sorry. Working on that whole grammar thing. But you get the point. I want to say this with elite. Who on here understands elite completely, knows how to hit it, knows what it takes, and why it's important? Okay, Joan's going to do the rest of the training. Way to go, Joan. I bet I'm going to share something tonight that Joan will not know about elite. And the reason I say that, at the end of this last year, guys, I was talking with a superstar diamond coach. I'm going to say her name. She won't care. Meg Wazinski. She's from Ohio, if you know Meg. And up until that very last week, she was still asking some basic questions about elite. She's a 5-time elite coach, and her team's a 5-time elite team. So don't ever feel like, man, this is a stupid question to ask her. I don't get this. I wish I understood this more. I want to invite you, if you have questions tonight, drop them in the chat, interrupt me because I am a yapper. Or even after the call, if you're like, I just don't understand that, or I want to set some specific goals, you can reach out to me anytime you want. Reach out to Joan, reach out to your success partner. My team, Kevin and Lacey in the Northeast, if you're there, if you're in another region, I can hook you up with your corporate contacts there. We want to make sure that you are just clear and understand, and we can remove any roadblocks that prevent you from going for this thing. Because I will do this. And you're like, oh my gosh, this guy's voice is so much, and he's talking so much. Sorry, Joan's fault. She invited me. I will tell you this. Everybody on this call, you and your teams, sorry, I think paused, wait for the connection to come back. Okay, I'm back. You and your team can be elite. Okay, I don't care if you're an emerald right now. I don't care if you're a brand new coach, a 2-star, a 3-star, 5-star, 10-star, whatever. You and your teams can be elite. Did I lose you guys?
No, you're still frozen, but I can.
So you're all frozen.
I can hear you, but you're frozen.
Okay, I can hear you guys again. Sorry. So we got all that.
Yes.
I think we're back. I can hear you guys now. Okay. I'm going to keep going. And like, dude, we missed a bunch. I'll just jump back. So, but anyways, that's why elite is important. And any of you, some resources, okay? And Joan, I think you're going to post those in the team page. There's a couple of them, guys, and I invite you in your PD or as follow-up to look at these. One of them is the Elite Goal Guide that I'm going to reference tonight. The second is a video done by Kim Carver, who's our Senior Director over Training and Development. And it's a video that just explains Elite, how to set those goals and track them and use that guide to help you throughout the year, okay? So we'll get – I sent those to Joan. She'll post them on the page. There's also a Premier Goal Guide. If you or your coaches, like if you have coaches that want to go for Premier, great. Get them that guide. Get them dialed in. Because I will say this. In my opinion, Elite is a 2-year program. Now, if you're thinking like, oh, crap, it takes 2 years to hit Elite. No. What I mean is that it's a 2-year program in the sense the activity that you do over the course of 2 years directly impacts your current Elite status. Okay? What you did last year, guys, if you hustled and worked it, you're going to be ahead of the game a little bit this year. Maybe slacked off a bit, which we all tend to do. Trust me, I haven't cut my hair in a long time. I'm slacking off there. We all do it. you're going to need to step it up a bit. But that's okay, because guess what? It's only January 17th. There's like 342 days left in the year. There's still a lot of time. And I've seen people go elite in 2.5 months. Okay. So you're never behind the 8 ball. If you're like, I'm only an emerald, there's no way I could get 5-star. Trust me, you can. But you don't have to be elite tomorrow. You don't have to be 5-star next week. You don't have to do all that right now. You just got to focus on the activities that will get you there. And that's what I want to talk about tonight. Okay. I want you guys to elevate your game. So if you're a coach or your leader and you're here and your level of thinking is here, that's good. How do we take it to the next level? How do we up our game? Elite challenges you to do that. It gets you outside your comfort zone and challenges your norms as a coach. Now, normally, I share this fun little video and it puts things in perspective and kind of freaks people out if they're afraid of heights. However, I'm just going to put it in the team page because I want to be sensitive to your time. But it involves something called slacklining. I'll just leave it at that. If you've ever heard of that, if you haven't, go Google it right now on the call. You're fine to do that. It'll freak you out, but it's really cool. Okay. Talking about elevating your leadership to a whole new level. So Joan, I will post that in the page. Groovy? Groovy. Okay. Before I jump into the boring numbers part, are there any questions about Elite, Premier that you have just in general? And there's no dumb questions. Trust me. I've been asked them all and I continue to get asked them by everyone. It's good.
Any questions, guys? Don't be afraid to ask a question. Seriously. Like if you're on here and you don't even know what freaking elite means, you probably should.
And it might be more appropriate at the end too.
Yeah, so. And I do like the point that you just made though, Jeff, about like it doesn't matter if you're brand new in this business or if you're an emerald, like you still can go elite. So let's just put it into perspective. I started coaching the last week of October 2013. So I was only a coach for 2 months really in the year of 2013. And going into 2014, I went actually diamond in December of 2013. So going into January, I was a brand new diamond coach. And I went 5-star by the time I was going to Summit I was in 5-star qualifying when I went to Summit that year out in Vegas, which was in June. So from January 2014 till June, I went 5-star from diamond. So you guys have an entire year. If I can do that in that time, you guys can definitely do that in a year. Just my 2 cents.
And if Joan can do it, anybody can do it. I'm just kidding, Joan. No, and I say that, I mean, Joan's amazing. She's a great leader. Melanie Mitchell, great leader. Lindsay Matway, great leader. Miguel Carrasco, great leader. Jamie Fitzpatrick, all these great leaders that you're seeing, whatever, ranked a certain way or hitting the lead again. Guys, they are all good, but they haven't figured this out yet. Whether it's with the lead, whether it's being a coach, an entrepreneur, a CEO, and Joan's like, wait, what? I haven't? What are you saying? What are you talking about? But I mean that. And they're excellent at what they do, but there's no reason why you can't do that and do it better. And that's not your motivation. I'm not trying to say, go be better than Joan, but your best, it might be the best. You know what I mean? And there's a ton of potential that can be unlocked. And I think this whole elite program, yeah, if you hit elite, it's great. Yeah, you get all these perks and bonuses and payouts and all this stuff we talked about, but it does set you up for the long term as being just this powerful influencer, CEO, leader. Okay. So don't let fear, don't let worry about, well, what if I don't hit the goal? What if I set this big goal and I don't even get close? Well, what if you don't set the goal and you don't get close? When you at least try, go down fighting, right? You'll be pretty impressed with where you can get at the end of the year. So sorry if I keep looking off the screen. My daughter literally just brought me this shepherd from under the Christmas tree because, yes, I haven't taken down our Christmas tree yet. We'll get there in April. So what I'm going to do now, some of you have heard of the Elite Goal Guide. Okay, I'm going to explain the nuts and bolts of how to get to elite. And again, if you don't like numbers, put me on mute, watch your show. But understanding the how and the plan, the roadmap of how to get there is crucial. So don't do that. Actually listen in because this is helpful, I think. But it may get a little number heavy at times. So I'm going to pull up this fancy pants thing right here. Can you see this bad boy? It's pretty big. Is that good? Thumbs up? Cat can see it? Joan? All right. Thanks, Ryan. Good thumbs up, by the way. So this goal guide I've sent to Joan, and some of you have already seen it, but if you haven't, encourage you to download it, use it to set your goals and roadmap your month-by-month plan. to be an elite coach, and I'm going to talk Premier as well, but I'm going to say elite first. There's 3 requirements that you as a coach need to meet to be an elite coach. Number 1, and again, if you've heard this, great. Repetition is the mother of all teaching tools. If you haven't, you learned something tonight. So, number 1, at the end of the year, you need to be a paid 5-star diamond or higher. Okay? Now, you do need to hold that rank for 1 week in December is all. Okay? So whether it's first week of December, second, third, or fourth week of December, you just need to be a paid 5-star diamond or higher, meaning you have 5 personally sponsored diamonds or more, which would make you like a 6, 7, or 8-star diamond. Okay? That's pretty straightforward, right? There's number 1. Again, if you're like, well, I'm an emerald. I don't even have an emerald. Okay. What do I do? You don't have to be elite tomorrow. Okay? Trust me, you can do this, but get the plan now. Number 2, to be an elite coach, you need to help 2 of your personally sponsored coaches reach the diamond rank for the first time in 2017. Okay, let me say that one more time. You need to help your personally sponsored coaches become a diamond for the first time in 2017. Now, okay, well, Jeff, hold on, I got a question. What if they signed up in 2016 or 15 or 2001, right? Doesn't matter. If they hit the diamond rank for the first time in 2017, they count as one of those 2 diamonds. Now, similar to the rank requirement, those 2 diamonds need to hold their diamond rank for just 1 week in December. Okay? So let's say, I already picked on Kat and her boisterous giggles. Let's say Shannon. Let's say Shannon is my coach, and she signs me, and she signs up Katie as coaches, which that'd be a pretty rock star team, especially with Katie. Let's say that Katie and I, for the first time in 2017, hit diamond. Okay? As long as Katie and I hold that rank for 1 week in December, and it can be different weeks in December. It doesn't matter if it's Katie the first week and me the third week or whatever. As long as she does that, check that one off. She's helped 2 people get to diamond and hold it for 1 week in December. And if you're wondering, like, well, why do we do that? Why do we make them hold it in December? Why do they have to hit diamond? Again, that's an activity that helps show that you're building leaders and you're helping retain them at the end of the year. Now, we're looking at some adjustments, like maybe you could hold that for a few months throughout the year, 6 months or 10 months. If you do that, you don't have to hold it in December, but that's not locked in yet. So we're going with what's on paper right now, okay? Any questions before I hit the 3rd requirement? Like, yeah, this isn't so bad. 3 requirements. I can do this. I'm a powerful entrepreneur. You can do this. Rah, rah, rah. I'm telling you, go, go, go. There's your pep talk. But let's jump back to this. The 3rd requirement to be an elite coach is this. You need to earn a total of 135 elite points. And I don't know why I keep doing this. Sorry. You need to earn a total of 135 elite points. Now, some of you may know how you earn those points. Some of you may not. That's what I'm going to explain next. But before I do that, I'm going to just talk about Premier. Okay? And Premier is equally beneficial as Elite. Elite, there is a bonus that is involved if you're one of the top 200, which we had 210 Elite coaches. So pretty much anyone that went Elite this year is getting a $500 a month bonus. $6,000 a year, I would take that. So there's some motivation to go for Elite. Beachbody does not guarantee any sort of income. It's only on your own efforts and hard work and kick butt attitude. I think that's how it goes, right? But here's the thing with Premier. Premier is good. There's a ton of recognition. There's early registration benefits. There's swag. There's a lot of good stuff with it. So if you're interested in Premier, or if any of your coaches are, these are the requirements. So remember these 3. The only difference with Elite and Premier is this. To be a Premier coach, you just need to be a 2-star diamond rank and not 5. Okay? 2-star diamond rank for Premier, 5-star diamond for Elite. And then the other difference is this. Your 135 Elite points, with Elite in each point category that I'm going to talk about here in a second, there's a cap. You can only earn a certain amount in each category, so that helps push you to do all the right activities, build a long-term sustainable business, right? With Premier, you can earn all of your 135 points from any category. You could earn it all from the first SC category, which I'm going to talk about here in like 2 seconds. Okay? You still need to help your 2 diamonds, But with Premier, there's no caps on the points, and it's only 2-star diamond. So again, if you've got some rock stars like, I want to do this, I'm going diamond by March or by the SC trip or whatever it is, those are your runners. Say, great, let's get you to diamond then, and let's push for that 2-star. You can open that second business center. You're going to be in contention for Premier. You're going to qualify for our new leader conference in January, which I know Kat was there last year and Meg was there last year, right? That was the first time I met them, was at a dinner table, and they told me their stories. I had no clue who they were because I was brand new to the region. But there's a lot of reasons to go for Premier and 2-stars. So that's the difference there. Go for it.
It was Kylie.
Was it Kylie?
Kylie.
Where is Kylie? Is Kylie on the call? Oh, see, she's probably already trying to get back to NLC or something. That's all right. So let's jump back here. Any questions on the 3 requirements before I tell you how to earn points? Clear as mud, right? Because here come the numbers. Okay, let's rock and roll. So the reason I have this guide up is to be our little guiding light with this. And I got to move your guys' Brady Bunch boxes up to the top of my screen so I can see it. Meg, you're currently in the Bobby Brady position on my Brady Bunch squares right now, so good for you. So your 135 points to earn elite. Okay, there's 4 categories. That's a difference from last year. There were only 3. Now there's 4 ways that you can earn elite points. Okay, because we change these again to incentivize the right activities and promote long-term sustainable growth. So there is a customer elite point piece this year, which is really cool. The first way that you earn elite points, and on the right of this goal guide, which all of you will have because Joan's going to post it, it talks about how to fill out this section, okay? And it'll have some blank boxes down here where you can plug in your goals and numbers. I'm not going to do that tonight because if we broke it down for 18 people, we'd be on this call through tomorrow. But the first way that you earn your 135 elite points is this. It's through Success Club points. Now remember, I said that there's a maximum amount of points you can earn in the category, and it's right here. You can earn up to 50 points, which Joan, I hope you didn't know that because that'll mean you learned something. Last year was 61. This year it is 50. But you earn 1 elite point as a coach every time one of your 2016 coaches, this actually is going to come in handy, my little girl's toys, okay? Anytime one of your 2016 coaches and or your 2017 coaches, meaning when they signed up, qualify for Success Club, okay? So let's say little Shepherd Sam here is one of Katie's 2016 coaches that she signed up, okay? And let's say that this Christmas pig, which there are all sorts of toys right here, she signed up in 2017. So when Shepherd Sam here hits Success Club 5 or 10 or 8 or 4,000, I don't care, that earns Katie, as a sponsoring coach, 1 elite point. Okay? Now let's say Christmas Pig here. You guys are like, this guy's from corporate and he's training with this stuff? Yes, I'm sorry. That's how I roll. Let's say Mr. Christmas Pig here hits elite in 2017, or sorry, hits Success Club, my bad, Success Club 5 or higher in a given month. That also earns Katie 1 elite point. Okay, so that would give her 2 elite points towards her 135, which some may be saying, well, crap, she's got a long ways to go. Here's the cool kicker with this category. It's the second sentence. It's right here. It says, if Katie also hits Success Club in that given month, Success Club 5 or higher, guys, the elite points that your coaches earned double. So rather than just 1 from Shepherd Sam and 1 from Christmas Pig, it would be 2 and 2. 4 points in a month times 12 months, guys, that's pretty close to that cap of 50. Holy bananas, elite is making more sense and more tangible, right? So if you're looking at, okay, well, what should a goal be for me to help my personally sponsored coaches that I signed up last year and this year be to hit Success Club? I personally recommend having at least, I mean, you could do 2, but I would recommend going for 3 or 4. And if that sounds daunting, great. Goals are meant to be daunting. The reason I say that, though, is that you're not leaving points to chance at the end of the year. But the more that you can start up front with that, think about the volume. Think about when you get Success Club points, it means you're getting products and programs in people's hands and volume moving within the team. But it also means you're developing future potential leaders because they're having a great experience with the products. Their team is having that as well, and they may be able to bring some leaders with them. Make sense? Okay. That is the first way you earn points towards your 135 elite point total. Any questions? You're like, quit talking slow. We get it. All right. Obviously, Alicia Peabody gets it. She's really excited about it. Thanks, Alicia, for just being so positive tonight. Okay. So the second way, oh, there she is. she always is smiling. And then she goes back to her smiling picture. All right. The second way that you can earn elite points. We're going to jump back to this guide real fast. Come on, Mac. All right. The second way that you earn elite points is through your personally sponsored personal volume. You're like, holy crap, dude, that's a mouthful. That's why we call it PSPV. Okay. And you see it right here. You as a coach. So we're going to go, who can I pick on this time? We'll use Alicia. We'll use Alicia this time since she's smiling. So you earn 1 elite point as a coach for every 500 points of volume that your 2017 coaches generate. God, say that again? All right, I will. You earn 1 elite point towards your 135 points for every cumulative 500 points in personal volume from your new coaches this year. So, going back to Katie's awesome 2017 coach here, which I almost hit the button that makes him sing, which would be bad. Let's say this guy, she signed up in 2017. And hold on, there's more. Okay, wait for it. All right, this is perfect. I wasn't even planning this. Let's say she also signed up Mother Mary. Okay, I had the nativity set under the Christmas tree and this angel. She signed all these awesome coaches up in 2017. Ryan's like, you were the biggest dork ever. I know. She signs up all these coaches in 2017. And let's say Mr. Pig here generates 150 points in volume. Okay. Whatever, a challenge pack in a Shakeology or something like that. I'm not giving you right numbers, but it's easy math. Let's say Mary here generates about 200. Okay. And then this angel generates 150 points. 150 plus 200 plus 150 equals 500 points. Now, if I'm Katie, which if I was, I'd be an awesome, killer, amazing coach. As a coach, Katie would get 1 elite point for that 500 points that these 3 awesome people generated. Okay? If you needed a screenshot, now would probably be a great screenshot to say, dude, Carl, way to hire professional people. 1 elite point for every 500 points of volume that your new coaches generate. Make sense? So the more people that you can bring on as a coach towards the beginning of the year, and I'm not saying push people into coaching, guys. They've got to do it at their own pace. You don't want to lose people after a month or 2. It's not worth it. Building this for the long term. But the more coaches that you can get generating volume early on, like if you bring in Shepherd Sam as a new coach and Wise Man Willie, I don't know what his name is, but if you bring in all these people at the beginning of the year, yes, Wise Man Willie, Ryan, you generate more volume and you can earn more elite points up front. Okay. Every 500 points gets you 1 elite point. Even if these guys generate 750 points in a month, great. That gets you 1 elite point and it gets you 250 towards your next elite point, right? Okay. Does that make sense? Any questions? Thank you, Awesome Nativity, for saving my tail. Okay. So now we're going to jump back to the goal guide. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm getting dizzy, dude. It's like a roller coaster. Sorry. This next category, this is brand new. So many of you haven't even seen this before. We put this in this year because, guys, it's not all about just finding coaches and getting coaches signed up, because that's not what we're about. It's about having that experience with the products and programs, and especially with the support and community, which I know this team is phenomenal. That one of the best teams in team culture that I've been a part of, even if they, let me win some of the golf tournament. Thanks for that, Meg. You guys are great at this. And if you can get your customers exposed to this culture and this environment, man, they're not going anywhere. It's such a cool team to be a part of. But we want to incentivize and recognize and also drive activity that brings in customers, because those customers and those challengers, they're what really makes the engine go, okay? So this category, guys, think of it in this way. It is the exact same as category 2 that we just talked about with the 500 points of coach volume, except it's customers, okay? So every 500 points that your customers generate, okay, your 2017 customers, Every 500 points gets you 1 elite point. You're like, dang, I can run a challenge group with 5 people. There's an elite point. I mean, if you're getting 100 points of volume from each challenge pack, or you get the point, okay? Again, breaking elite down into just these reverse engineered tangible goals makes it so much more attainable than 5-star elite and 135 points and 2 new diamonds. I can't do that. I can't even get an emerald. You don't have to do it today. You've got a whole year. Start now. Okay? With this category, you'll notice the maximum amount of points you can earn is 25 points for elite. Now, if you want to go for premier, you could earn all 135 from that category if you wanted. Okay, that's pretty cool. I can push my coaches to do that. Any questions on this third category? See, you guys are getting this. I didn't even have to bring in Wise Man Willie and the Angel. You guys are so good. Good job. You're a dork, dude. Just get this over with. Here's the last category, the last way that you can earn elite points. Now, I'm going to warn you, numbers. The best way to affect this category is to focus on the first 3. Success Club, new coaches, new customers. It's your ATV. It's your team volume. And you're probably wondering, is it my whole team or what? It's basically 3 levels down in your organization, okay? You earn an elite point for every 10,000 points in ATV, here we go, that you go above last year's ATV total. 1, what was my ATV total from last year? 2, how do I calculate that? 3, how do I even track that? You can find your last year's ATV total by looking in your back office under the Elite tab, and it should have your final number. You should have received an email as well with it. Or if not, message me and say, dude, what's my final ATV total? I can get that for you, okay? But you earn 1 elite point for every 10,000 points that you go above last year's total, because we want to see that incremental long-term growth, right? And again, if you're thinking 10,000 points, oh my God, that's way too much. I can't do that. You will be surprised, and Joan can attest to this. As long as you are continuing to stimulate that customer pipeline and running challenge groups, guys, your volume is going to continue to go up. It will, okay? But again, focus on Success Club and those customers and coach base, and this will increase. So with the points, and I'll be done with ATV because it's a lot. Let's say Meg last year finished with 40,000 points of ATV in team volume. Good job, Meg. You're a rock star. It's like, yeah, I am. Yeah, I can do this. Her goal, this minimum goal this year would be to increase that by 100,000. Now I say minimum goal because of this. Remember, in these other 3 categories, you can earn a maximum of 50, which is 100. Okay, here's the numbers, and 25, which how many points do you need to be an elite coach? 135. So it would leave you 10 short if you max out in those other categories. So we need to get 10 points minimum from ATV. So your minimum goal right now, no matter what, should be to go 100,000 points above last year's total. Because again, 1 elite point for every 10,000, that'll give you 10 points that you need to get 135. Here's the cool part, and then I'll be done with ATV. Let's say in one of these other categories, maybe you fall short. Maybe you only get 20 elite points from customer volume or 45 from SC. You can make up that point difference here, guys, because you can earn up to a maximum of 30 points. So if you're a newer coach and maybe didn't generate as much volume as you wanted to last year, or you got started late in the game, great. You just got to beat last year's total. You're going to get more ATV points and maybe a more tenured coach. So again, elite is so possible and so tangible, whether you are a new coach or a tenured coach. But you've got to start now. Don't let the tracking and the numbers and just the whatever the aura of it stymie you or hold you back, because it's doable. Okay. Are there any questions with the points and how you earn it? That's the meaty numbers, boring section. You're all going to be like, Joan, never have this guy on a call. It's the most dry training ever. That's what you get with elite. Okay. Again, guys, understanding this roadmap, understanding how it works with the numbers, that's so crucial, because it's not fair to you with the time that you have, whether it's a lot or little, just go out and spin your tires and not be effective with what you need to do, right? When people ask me, okay, so what can I do today to really start stimulating this and getting this going? run challenge groups, and network the crap out of people. That's a horrible way to say that. Build relationships with people. You get the point. Like, start now. Like, make it a goal every day to just talk to 5 people. I'm not saying invite them to a challenge group. I'm not saying invite them to be a coach. If they're ready, great, go for it. Just talk to people. Get eyes on you. Get eyes on Kat and what she has to offer. Get eyes on Rachel and the great challenge group she runs in this team culture. You do it now, guess what? They're watching you. They're possibly going to become a customer. Maybe it's someone they know. They're going to talk to them about it. Maybe they'll become a coach. If you start now, the growth happens throughout the year and you hit elite in that last quarter. Okay? Trust me, no one, even Mitro, the top coach, she doesn't even hit elite early on in the year. It's a year program. It's a 2-year program, right? Is what I said. Because the activity you do now is helping this year. The activity you did last year is helping this year. The activity you're doing this year helps next year as well. Okay, long-term sustainable residual growth. Okay, any questions, comments, criticisms? So what do we do now? My invitation for you is this. When you're off this call, look at that goal guide, look at your monthly goals you want to set, watch that video from Kim, because it breaks it down on how to fill it out and set the goals. And if you're still just like, I need to sit down and really talk these out, I'll set up a call with you and we can break them down. We'll take a half hour and we'll look at your specific goals and what we need to do. There was a survey that was done on the wall recently. I think Joan may have seen this regarding new first-time elite coaches this year. And there were 2 stats that stood out to me involving Success Club and involving the number of coaches they brought in a month. Okay, and I've got those here, so let me pull them up real quick.
Yeah, those were awesome. Christina Delgado asked all the new elite coaches from this year to fill out a survey for her so that she could see what it took for a first-time elite coach to become elite. And then she put all the graphs together and shared them in the wall. So I can share those in the page too, but this is cool.
Yeah, if you can put those up, John, I think it's telling. I'm only going to share 2 of them. So there's 54 first-time elite coaches. We had 210 last year. They asked, how many SC points did you average per month? And sometimes, guys, I think we think, oh man, I got to be like SC 40 to be elite. Well, if you're doing that, you probably are going to be elite if you do that consistently, in all honesty.
It's probably going to be tough.
But look at this. Yeah, right. But look at that. If you were averaging SC 5 to 10, 13% of those coaches went elite. Okay. If you can up your game and get to SC 10 to 15, it changes the dynamic, right? 42% of those were hitting at least that. So that gives you an idea of what you need to be hitting per month. Success Club needs to be a non-negotiable because remember, it doubles your points too. But if you have a month where you don't hit it, it's not the end of the game. It's not a game, but you get my point. Bounce back and hit it the next month. The other one I want to share is this. I got to find it. It's right there. You're probably thinking, how many coaches do I need to bring on? This is what they did. Okay. And now I'm sharing the Success Club one again, right? Or is it the coach one? Nope, it's the coach. Okay. So let me.
That's insane. 65% of people only brought on 3 to 5 coaches a month on average to become an elite coach. That is bananas.
And if you add in the people that brought in 0 to 2 coaches a month on average, it takes it up to about what, 75%?
Yeah.
3/4 of people, guys. So again, you don't have to put in this Herculean effort to get to elite. You're going to have to put in effort, and it's going to be tough. And trust me, you're going to fail, but it's doable. And if you get anything from this call besides the fact that there's a lot of numbers with tracking this thing, I hope you get something from this call of knowing that it's doable. I can reach this. I can achieve this. Guys, we've only had – go for it, John.
I think the other thing to note there too, though, is just it's consistency. I mean, to get to those numbers, like it isn't like you're saying, like you don't have to go crazy every single month, but you just have to be consistent every month. And then I think really like the trick, if you want to say that it's a trick or like the secret, which it's not, is just teaching your people to duplicate that. So those coaches that you bring on, telling them the importance of making Success Club and why they want to make it and helping them make Success Club. Like your goal should literally be get into Success Club the first week of the month or by at least the 10th of the month. So you can spend the rest of the month working with those new coaches that you just brought on to help them get into Success Club. And like, I don't know, many of you on this team probably don't know Bob Lostito, but Bob Lostito is in the New England area. He is a millionaire in this company. Again, disclaimer, blah, blah, blah. But like, you know, he, but quite frankly, like he said it, he's like, I've never made more than like 14 Success Club points in a month. He is like, I just have consistently learned and known that if I help 5 people get started, and then I help those 5 people find 5 people, and they help those 5 people find 5 people, I'm going to make a lot more money than if I'm trying to make SE 40 every single month. And that's the key with Elite too. It's just duplication down the line. It's not some crazy, like, you know, it's not crazy. The other thing that's in the Google Doc, and I don't think she made it into a graph, but something I realized looking at the information that she had put into the wall the other day, was that most of the coaches that went Elite for the first time this year, they didn't start off as like 5-star diamonds and then just like, you know, get the points. They all almost, I think it was like more than half of them started at diamond rank. And I think the highest rank that they had in there was a 4-star, but there was only one of those. Most of them were between diamond and 2-star at the beginning of this year, and then went Elite. So if that tells you anything too about how doable it is for you.
Good point. You can do it, guys. I mean, normally I guess towards the end of the calls is where we do the rah, spoon go for it, but you really can. And that's not the reason that you're a coach, obviously, is to go for Elite. But again, it's a proven driver that's going to drive success and drive momentum. But at the end of the day, as long as every day you're just showing up and executing on the things that you need to be doing, again, conversations, network, run challenge groups, Success Club. Mm-hmm. It's going to take time, and you may not see the results from that in the first month, second month. But again, we're building this for the long term, and it takes time. That's why Beachbody works, because it takes time and it works. Okay? So even when we get to June and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm trending behind my points, or oh my gosh, I'm trending behind this for Elite, you're good. Let's keep pushing. Okay? Don't cash it in. I've seen people, like I said, get Elite in the last 2 months. I've seen people do it. And I know you guys can do it too. So the biggest thing that I would share with you is this. A year from now, when we do this call again, you always hear in this business or in this company, be here a year from now, right? Mm-hmm. I hope I see that you're all here a year from now. But my challenge to you guys is to be relevant a year from now. Don't just be here. Don't show up on this call next year as a Diamond Emerald new coach. I mean, if you are, great. You're still here and we love you. And we're gonna work together. But be relevant. We've only had 2 Elite teams ever in Maine. I know not everyone's probably from Maine, right? Or is everyone?
Most of them are, but yeah.
Let's get some more. Be relevant. And this Elite program, it can help with that. So that's what I got, guys. And seriously, if there's any questions, comments, feel free to throw them out now, or even after. If like, hey, I'd like to set up a call, whether it's with me or Kev or Lace. This is like our full board, like, everything we're talking about this first month or 2 is to get people on the right track, eliminate the roadblocks, and let's get moving. Thanks for letting me use these, guys. I'm done.
Yay. Thank you so much for taking the time. I know that you are, past your regular hours, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks so much, Jeff.
Before we jump off, does anyone have any question or anything that they want to ask? No. Everybody's good. Everybody knows.
You're welcome, Leslie.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay.
I like
I'll
this.
put the recording up. I'm going to put those documents up, and I'm going to put those graphs up too, and all of that data that they collected in that survey for you guys as well to take a peek at.
Thanks for putting up with the numbers, guys. It's worth it.
Jeff, send me that video that you wanted to post in the page.
I'm in the page, aren't I?
I don't think you're in my page.
You should add me to the page. I'll post it.
Okay, I'll add you.
That way I can spy on you too.
Yeah, I might kick you out.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Restricted access.
It's really not that much that's exciting to look at in there.
Love it.
You can hear me just tell everybody to like do their work all the time.
There you go.
All right. Thank you. Thanks, guys, for showing up on tonight's call. Again, I'll post it, and if you have any questions, you can either message Jeff or myself or post it in the team page. Goodbye.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Bye. Bye now.